Yo, how are you doing? Oh man, I started this so early that I feel like I'm missing something. But I must just be getting better at the repetitiveness that is starting this being called Where's My Finish Line? Happy Wednesday. Even if you tune into this on Thursday or Friday, like that's fine. I don't care. It's fine. Uh, get to this when you can get to this, because I'm gonna appreciate it no matter what. All right. Sip some water. Y'all know what I do by now, right? Gotta hydrate yourself before you talk your talk. And that's what I do here. All right, man. Where's my finish line? It is a platform slash uh, conversation where we all attempt to navigate life with purpose, passion, and direction. Direction, information, and education. Sorry, I got a dime here and it dropped. It stuck to my hand or my forearm, I should say. Uh, man, where should we start? Okay, look, this week, I want to talk about my love hate relationship with social media and hating social media in general, and the things that I have learned in the process while dealing with social media. Right? Okay, so we'll just start it off at 2010. We won't go too far back. 2010, specifically the summer, June of 2010, I became the online editor for Radio One Indianapolis. And that job entailed a lot of me creating content and being very active on social media in an attempt to get people's attention, to highlight stories that we felt made sense for our audiences, and then just very cool things that we uh, wanted to share with people to just, get a reaction or get a little love. It was content creation before content creation became a buzzword. I was social media managing before that was even a thing or an occupation. For about 2 years of my career doing that, I was always told, "What do you do again? You play on Twitter? Oh, you like type on WordPress? Like, what do you do? What do you do?" Like goofies will say stuff like that to me. And fast forward 11 years later, every single company that is prospering in some shape, form, or fashion online has a digital presence, right? They have a presence as far, content producer is now a job you can apply for, social media manager, something you can apply for, and assistants. And, uh, people have made a living just off of mastering SEO and digital marketing and management and streaming, all these things that weren't really things when I started doing it for a radio company. And, part of the reason why I started to hate social media is because of the resistance that I was getting from the people that I knew needed to use it the most, which was all of the personalities on my that on the brands that I work for. You know, there was a time, believe it or not, for some of you, especially some of you younger people, that all you know is the internet and social media as it is today. Believe it or not, there was a time where you couldn't get people to do anything in front of a camera. Even and this ain't just like reserved for like dope boys and like people that were like, really in the streets and doing dirt. Like total goofies, total lames did not want to be on camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh wait, hold up, and people that you probably really have no interest in being, like, they didn't want to be on cameras. And I got a lot of flack and a lot of heat for that. Just being ahead of the game. long before there was Instagram, I was trying to get people to take pictures and put them on the internet because I knew I had presence of mind and I knew that, hey, people want to know what you're doing. You know, this is, Hot 963. This is WTLC. And I'm not from this city. I'm not from this state. But if you guys are as important as you're telling me you are, or you're as important as you say you want to be, well, this is a chance for you to give people a snapshot of your life. A lot of people did not get it. And it made my job very difficult, very difficult. And, over time, there was no need for social media management, I was told. There was no need to create content. There was no need for consistently posting every day, a few times a day. I was told that at the beginning of last decade, literally from 2010 to 2013, that was my fight. Every single day, every single brand, with maybe a sprinkle of people here and there getting it, right? So, obviously I want to make the most of, not only my time, but my career. So, I made it a point to just do it myself. I'm going to create content and I'm going to get on social media, whether the teams and the rosters on these radio platforms understand it or not, whether they dig it or not, whether they want to help me or not. Like, that's what I wanted to do. And I did that. And when I stopped, crazy enough, when I stopped being a team player and really just made it so, like, look, I'm going to win regardless. I totally took the Kobe Bryant in like 2003, 2004, or 2004, 2005 season, whichever season it was when he scored the 81 points and he scored like 50, 60, 60, 71, you know what I'm saying? Whenever he did that season, that's the approach I took. I was like, well, I'm not about to fail at my job because y'all don't want to help me. And you know what? I succeeded. I won. I got content wins. I'm sure I can say it now because I no longer work for the company. I was one of the only people that got a merit increase during that time when they weren't even giving out raises. Excuse me. So, I was cool with it, and unfortunately, I was in that fight for a long time of just trying to make people do now what I see them doing every single day. Like, all of a sudden, and you know what? It doesn't matter when it clicks for people because they're responsible for their careers and I'm responsible for mine, right? Everybody's responsible for what they do for themselves and when they decide to do it. So this is not about necessarily being bitter about people not listening to me. So I don't want that to come off as that way. But what it is for me and what we're talking about today is that this is why I begin to hate social media. The gift and the curse of becoming really good at what you do is that you overly consume yourself with it. And I didn't necessarily love social media for myself. I love the fact that I was able to just keep winning and keep growing these brands, which I never really got. I'll say it. I never really got the proper compensation for it. I never really got the right amount of praise for it. But I look back at specifically the market that I worked in and I feel validated about what's going on there right now. Because not only is it a lot of stuff that I was trying to get people to do 10 years ago, they could have been ahead of the game and probably making way more money doing whatever it is had they just listened to me, but also that I know that nobody's been in my position longer than I was. I'm super validated by that. Like, I'm stable and labeled because of that. And until somebody stays 7 years, I'm still a number one. I'm still the guy. I'm still the one. And I like that. I like that. Super dope to me. Love it. But like I was saying, that the amount of work put in and the exhaustion. And then, unfortunately, not that I was doing it for praise, I was just literally doing it for I was really honestly just trying to keep my job. I was trying to keep my career. And unfortunately, it led to me like hating social media. Why? Because not only was I doing all of my work on social platforms and on the internet, but started living too much of my life on the internet. I started building this just hotbed of just like randomness and way too much personal stuff. I was adding people because I knew they would get me clicks. I added so many people that probably didn't even like me. I didn't like them. I didn't know them. It was people from Freeport that know damn well they'd never talked to me a day in my life through the entire 90s. They was trying to be my Facebook friend, and I was foolish enough to add them clowns. And because I knew that the talk about me was starting to spread. Like, what am I doing? And then like I think it was I had posted like a picture of I posted an action shot of me with T.I. And that really like set some things like, oh, wait, what is Cam doing? It's like, you don't even like Cam. You don't know Cam. Shut up talking about Cam. You don't care about me, But all of that made me really start to hate this thing called social media. And then with the aspect of hating it, I began to live too much of my life on here. And then I also just began to get caught up in the hype of attention. Attention is the new drug. I know people are like on like opioids and people are doing like coke casually now, which is super scary to me. But attention is the number one drug of this era. I don't care what anybody says. Attention is the number one drug of this era. And I was starting to fall victim to that. All of a sudden, I wanted 100 likes or 1,000 likes a post. And I felt I needed 10,000 likes or I needed 10,000 followers to feel validated. Or if I could go viral, it needed to happen for me and things of that nature. None of that matters, bro. None of it. Like it's all trash. Because what I would learn, especially when I end up leaving my job and taking a step back and really looking at the being present in the moment and living it, is that everybody that I knew that had, quote, like real money was either barely on social or had somebody running their social for them. So they don't even get a chance to even react to what's happening to their page at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. And, it's the people that feel that, well, if people are looking at me and paying attention to me, then that's true currency. I just don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all, because to this day, and I'm not saying that people don't, I'm just telling you through what I've experienced, I don't know anybody getting real money strictly off of the attention of social media. I don't personally know them. Do they exist? Quite possibly. But then my next question is, what is real money to you? Real money to, like, people talk like this bag talk and, like bands and racks, stacks. To me, bags start at 25K. 25K. When you can make the amount it takes for what, let's say like an 18-year-old in a year, if you can make that in a day, that's a bag. That's a bag. When you can make enough money to pay rent in a let's just say just mid quality, if you can make that much, plus utilities in a day. That's a bag to me. Real money starts at 100K to me, really 125K. Leave a little room for taxes. So I'm not easily impressed. And I've never touched 100K. I've never touched 75K. Haven't. So people getting $5,000 or $10,000, I've held that before. I've held over 15 before at one time. That ain't nothing to me. And that's not a stuntastic thing. It's just that I just want people to be aware of what is where do we place our value, because the value is not even really in the money. People are basing their value on their attention, and then you have people doing way too much to get more attention because they think it's going to generate more money. And in reality, for the majority, it does not. Unless you have like a master marketing plan, like attention pays off for people like Kanye West. It pays off for people like Kim Kardashian. It pays off for people like The Game. It pays off for people. I don't want to like name like the cloud chasers and the lames. I don't want to name those people, but you get what I'm saying. You know, that's where attention pays off for them. Every beautiful woman in a tight outfit is going to get your attention. Who's really getting money? I don't know. I'm not pocket watching women. Not my thing. You know what I'm saying? What up, Gilbert? Yes, LeBron. Yes, attention works for LeBron. Yes. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the real money is yeah. Hey, Tony Mack, what's up, my brother Tony Mack? I feel all of this bag talk to attention, all facts. Absolutely. Absolutely. So saying all of that to say that you know, my personal love-hate relationship and me starting to hate social media was me getting caught up in the hype of needing attention because I felt that was going to get me bags. And I learned very fast, like, what is my moral compass, what felt authentic and felt organic to me, and what is real money. Like those are the things that I began to understand about myself, you know. And I'm sure if you've been following me long enough, I'm sure that y'all have seen a piece of content here or there where some of the content I was creating just seemed a little bit off brand. Just did, because it's just not who I am at my core. But you know, when you get caught up in that web of wanting attention and that ooh, this is how I'm going to get the bag, you'll do. Some people will do anything, literally anything, or you'll do what you see other people doing that's like winning for them, you know. And Cloak, what's up, my brother? Thank you. I will. I shall continue. Yeah. So you know, when you get wrapped up in that, you try to play the game. You know, it's kind of like what's going on in the music industry. You know, Future had a sound, people seen that sound win, so they followed it. Young Thug, same thing. Travis Scott, same thing. Like that one guy, what is it? Wolf in the, I don't know, something in the deep. I don't know. I thought that was Travis Scott using the new voice thing. Like I thought he turned the auto-tune down because it felt like something that should have been like on Rodeo 2 or something, or like Birds in the Trap sing Brian Michael Cox instead of Brian McKnight. You know what I mean? But saying all of that to say that I had hit a very interesting low, maybe around 2017, 2018. And in that low, I was like, man, I don't want to do any of this anymore at all. Like, this sucks. This is trash. This is not for me. Like, I don't want to be reduced to this person that's just doing anything on the internet to get attention in an effort to get money. You know what I'm saying? Or act like I'm getting real money. You know what I'm saying? What my man Max say. But real money can't touch being content with where you are, whom you're surrounded by, or most important, the health of yourself and family. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why I started taking social media hiatuses, Mac. We're just going to segue right into that because that's where I was going. Because when I started taking my breaks, I think the first time I took my break, it was only like 30 days, 30, 45 days. And in that 30, 45 days, I was able to write a book. And I literally put it out. It was my Living in the Beautiful Disaster book. It was that. But that ability to disconnect, delete all the apps off my phone, and be present in the moments that I have made life more interesting. And also it helped me come to some other revelations. You'll be surprised at what kind of relationships you're in when you spend too much time on these platforms. You'll be surprised of your bank account or the places you go or the people you meet. Why do you want to meet certain people? You'll be really surprised at what all of that means when you take a chance to get off these apps. So very often I take just social media breaks. I still don't have Facebook on my phone anymore or Twitter. I just have I have Messenger because people do actually hit me up and I don't want to miss messages. And I have Instagram. And sometimes I do delete that one as well. But overall, I'm over it. The only one I definitely keep are YouTube and LinkedIn. That's what I'm looking at on my phone right now. Like that's it. Because I don't want to lose sight of reality, man. I think my focus is greater. All that talk about poor attention spans don't apply to me. You know what I'm saying? Which we'll talk about that one day because that's actually inaccurate. Short attention spans is just a scapegoat for piss poor content. And we can talk about it whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready, we can talk about it. I'm not saying that I love social media now. I'm not saying that I hate social media now. I just know that it is the now I'm in the boat of the people that want to use it as a tool. Like, yes, I love to come on here and talk my talk to you guys and get a rise or reaction out of you because that's still on brand for me. Just doing this right here. This is dope for me. Because I'm not even truly on Instagram. I mean, not Instagram, my Facebook Live or YouTube Live right now. I'm on a whole different site channeling to YouTube from here. And I see the comments that come in filtered from those platforms onto here. So even this is just good for me. And I've enjoyed my disconnect. I don't wake up every day feeling like, oh man, hold up, what just happened over here? It's 5 a.m. I'm wiping my face, trying to see the illumination of the damn phone, and getting my retina set to view a bunch of bull. You know what I'm saying? I'm so glad that I've been delivered from that. You know what I'm saying? I need to delete my socials for a bit, refocus on the things I've been slacking on. I know doing so is a great way to do it. Yeah, it is. It really is, Mac. I would encourage anybody, look, if you got a goal to reach, or if you want to create a new goal, if you just want to be about something different in your life, delete the social app you can't stay off of the most. And I'll say give you 3 to 5 days. And if you're really serious about whatever it is you're going after, you'll see how much it don't matter. I think with the conditioning and the programming, if you will, of America, like the globe even, that people were, the thing is that people were always told like, oh man, so you got to be on Twitter, you got to be on Instagram, you got to be on Snapchat, you got to be on Facebook, you got to post every single place, you got to, and then it was like post all the same things because people might like it there more than they do here. And then it was like diversify your content, even if you're just talking about how you just took a shit, like, oh, just put it everywhere, but like put it differently. Like then use audio here, but video here, then use a picture here, and then use words here. And it's like, dude, I didn't sign up for all of this. Like, I don't even like people that much. Like, besides you, beautiful ladies and gentlemen that like talk to me like on a regular basis through my phone or through these conversations, I don't even like people. So why would I be trying to post for a bunch of people? But it took me detaching myself from this to really understand that. My guy Jones, banging on lunch tables. That's my favorite thing about about quitting radio. I don't have to worry or care about trivial bullshit. Yes, it takes the fun out of social media. It does. And you know what? And I totally understand all of our media people that do have to be on social media a little more than most. Like if it's part of your job, if it's how you're earning your living, this don't apply to you. This is for the people that ain't where they want to be in life and trying to get there, or just trying to accomplish something greater. You know, we don't need your updates. We don't need your announcements. I got caught in that too. I'm only telling y'all the stuff that I personally got caught up in. I got caught up in making so many announcements to y'all that I wasn't doing nothing but making announcements. And it was a lot of things I had just started and never finished, or I started them, finished them, but they weren't up to par the way I wanted them to be. And, you know, I didn't create new like resources, and I didn't create new avenues that were as great as I hoped they would be. So, you know, why not leave? Why not leave at that point? You know, once I felt that I was becoming unproductive, as well as just like I just wasn't happy with my own just personal progress. I wasn't happy with my progress as a human. I wasn't happy about arguing with MFs every single day over my opinion. Again, like I said, like a few weeks ago or a few episodes ago, however you want to count it, like we are conditioned. We are being conditioned right now where like people just can't disagree and keep it moving. Like people go out of their way to prove to you that their opinion should be your opinion or you're the problem. No, bitch, I don't fucking agree with you. And that's cool. Don't come to me in person. I'll whoop your ass. That's what it should be about. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be it. Like it's okay to disagree. It's okay to have difference of opinion. And again, the social media thing, man, it will get people totally jacked up. Now, I love to debate, especially about music. And I do think there are some factual debates that you can have, but I've never, at least I don't remember now. So feel free to hold me accountable and tell me about myself if I did this. But I never felt that, you know, people had to agree with my opinion, or I just couldn't let it go. I couldn't let it go. I'll argue for a minute, depending on how much fun I want to have. But I never like was like, no, you got to agree with me. And I bring it up every single day. Like, you have to agree with me or I'm going to, like, that was never me, you know? Okay, Mac. There are a few things like giving people a glimpse of your goals and not being able to see it through. It works on you in a different way if you are the type of person who loves results. Yeah, I do agree. And you know what, and Mac, just to piggyback on that just a little bit, I think we should just be in the results business. Solutions and results. I think that's what we should all strive to be about. You know, everybody, you know, like remember when Khaled kept saying, yo, we making a movie. It's a movie, right? But the difference between Khaled and everybody else, we actually saw the movie, you know, like there were so many movies happening in on social media for a certain pocket of time, and we never saw the finished product. And granted, DJ Khaled, I mean, he was really shooting like motion pictures, but at least the DVD guys, well, no, it wasn't DVDs really for the whole time he was doing that. But what I'm saying is at least the cinematographers and the videographers and the producers were coming together, and we did see some finished product. Some of you just got caught up in saying the phrase, and we never saw anything. That should be in the hit and a half that you need to get off of here and get to work. We can make excuses or we can get results, but we can't do both. I want to drink to that. Drink to that. That was good. I like that. We're gonna close the show with that. We're gonna close the show with that. So yes, hating social media. Listen, I hate social media as like a regular person striving. I hate it for that aspect of it. When you are, and I think social media becomes more fun when you are exactly who you want to be. You are living the life that you truly love, and you want to present the highlight reel. I really do. And if you want to post your journey, that's fine. But but the people that post their journeys, though, I think that the distinction in posting the journey is they've already achieved something, and then they're telling us about it. Like there is no prequel. You know what I mean? It's always like, hey, last week on ... whoever page, you know what I mean? Like Clubhouse. Okay, like look, let's talk about Clubhouse really quickly. Because Clubhouse was very interesting. Boy, that was Lids, that was Hat World. So much cap. So much cap. And like that like it was that one group that was just going 24/7 with thousands of people in it. Everybody swore that they were somebody that was a multimillionaire or was going to achieve six figures during the pandemic, the bandemic. And lo and behold, I don't know if I unfollowed every single one of those people, but I don't hear anything about that group anymore. Because again, exclusivity it makes a lot of things seem greater than what they are at times. And no slight, because I know some people actually very successful from Clubhouse. So don't get it effed up. I'm not even ishing on Clubhouse here because I know people that their groups are sponsored. I know people are getting free things and making real connections with people that got real millionaires. Like, yo, the owner of Nobu hopped into my girl's Clubhouse room. I didn't even know who that was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see randomly here wanting to talk about whiskey. But see, that's the thing. It was purposeful. It was purposeful. It wasn't just like, hey, what's your name? What you do? Where you at? Let's get it. Let's get money. It's like, dog, that ain't even like, if people really understood what networking is and they really understood the value of being in a room with people to have something tangible to say, you wouldn't start like that. Like, you just wouldn't. Like, you don't walk up to a millionaire or even 100,000 and they're talking about what you do. I'm like you don't present yourself like you popping too. You present yourself as an asset to them. That would be the most beneficial thing for you to do because you're trying to get where they are. How much are you getting done if you're always telling people what you're doing? Just get low and do it. I'm guilty of it too. Hey, same thing, Jones. Same thing, man. And you know what? I think we were all prisoners of the moment that was social media trends. Like, there's trending topics and then there's trending behaviors. I think a lot of us got caught up in trending behaviors on social media, and that in itself can be detrimental if you're not really into anything, and if you're not really working towards anything. That's when it can become difficult. But to close this out, because we're a little bit over 30 minutes, again, to reiterate, just for the third time, I think it is, I at least now see the purpose of social media. I know how to disconnect greater now. And literally, I've learned personally that, especially as I get older now, people don't like to party and BS like they used to on here. Like now, everything is like mad serious, mad sensitive. Uh, People be feeling attacked every day. And I'm the wrong person to talk to if you feel like you're being attacked, because I'm just going to say some things that's just like how I feel. And I don't care how you feel about how I feel. Then you want to block me. Like, then you might want to fight in public, but then you see me in public. I'm not some little guy, so then you back off, just things of that nature, you know. But I encourage all of you, though, to find your niche and then incorporate social media with it. I think that is important because just like cryptocurrency, social media is the future. We keep getting new platforms, and these platforms keep evolving and making changes because they're not trying to get left behind either. Brick and mortar stores are leaving left and right, but yet more apps are being created to conduct business. So don't get it messed up. You're going to need to be on here for some reason or another once you got your thing together. So be mindful of that, and definitely and use it as a tool first. Don't get wrapped up into that whole I need to be a brand thing. Bruh, you're not, like, fam, no disrespect, but if you're doing security at Cub Foods, you're not a brand. Like, you're not a brand. If you're the regional manager for Walmart, you're not a brand. You're just not. If you want to transition into something else, though, that you're gonna do for you, and you're using the platform for that, then that's different. Then you are a brand. But if you are content with being a, quote, regular person, earning your keep, taking care of your family, you're not a brand. You just on here. You're just on here trying to get attention. Just understand that. And look, attention can be positive or negative. You determine that. Let me see. I'm glad you said this, and I appreciate you giving voice to putting social media in the right place. Yes, yes. Hey, me too, man. I'm glad that we had the chance to have this conversation, man. I think this is great. I think this is important for maybe people, like, because sometimes I do get like, hey man, where you been at? I ain't seen you in a minute. And it's like, that's dope because I know you only see me on Facebook. It's like, yeah, you need to see me somewhere else. You need to see me somewhere else, man. You need to see me working on something else, doing something else. Like, I think that's extremely important, man. So I do encourage you all to do that. Where's my finish line? Where's my finish line? There were so many jewelry-driven things today. I'm actually going to use the first one from my guy, Tony Mack, today. And it says, we can make excuses or we can get results, but we can't do both. I think that's like a super hard bar. Like, like people need to be very cognizant of that. One that I don't think I ever posted on here. I'm going to go to my Instagram page because it's actually, look, it's using it as a tool. And this is just, you know how I do my jewelry thing. If it's not all love, make sure it's respect. I think that's super important, especially when we talk about these platforms in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't have to love you, but that respect is mandatory, man. Mandatory. Watch how you're talking to people, man. It could get real ugly for you. Let me see what else. What else? I like to leave out with something vulgar too, though. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get my nasty joints off. You know what I mean? Oh, you know what? Hold up. Did I use this one yet? Did I use this one? Yes. You don't have to keep it real with nobody with plastic surgery. There we go. There we go. That's the one we're going to use. You don't have to keep it real with nobody that has plastic surgery. Where's my finish line? Thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, hey, feel free to use that one anytime, Mac. Hey, look, I borrow from you, you borrow from me. It's all love all the time. But thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. And we're going to come right back. You know, we do this. I'm getting real comfortable in this groove of Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I will catch y'all tomorrow. Might even have a guest for y'all tomorrow. Who knows? We'll talk soon. And as always, it's love.